Gang, what's going on? We are back with more incredibly weird videos. Let's get into it. Yeah, we wouldn't stand a chance. A chance.
They got pictures of the stuff because everybody steal everything.
That's some lazy shit. That ain't cause people be stealing. That's I feel like restocking the shelf.
Or maybe they're just pretending that this is an actual store, but really money laundering. I'm not sure. Mexico won't allow our planes to land and return their problem. Plan B?
All right, good to know. China has successfully created Rainbow Road.
No, but the anti-sleep lasers is a great idea.
So my mom told me I'm old enough to have all my paperwork. And I'm going through it looking for my birth certificate because I want to buy a passport. I see all these photos. When the hell did I go missing? And why was I never told? I saw this photo. I need to call my mom right now because why the fuck is there a photo of me with a missing sign? And I was looking at this. I was like, hold up. How many times did I go missing? Because this is for safeties, kids, and blah, blah, blah. So you rip this out when a kid goes missing. Why is it missing this whole cutout? Why was it cut out? George Jimenez? Dog, that is not my name. I don't know if they, made this as a joke when I was a kid, but who the hell is George Jimenez? Nah, bruh. I need to call my mom, because why is this in the middle of all my paperwork? I never went missing. Come home soon, George. We all love and want you home. Okay. Why the hell is this here? And why am I missing this slip? 5 years old? Yeah, right.
He might not even be who he thinks he is, but what if he actually has a twin brother that went missing? That would be crazy. I need a part 2 to this story.
A fucking plane just crashed on Cotman Avenue, yo. I was right there, bro. What the fuck? Yo, somebody oh my God, yo, the world, yo. What the fuck?
How many of y'all think this is a distraction? Or how many of you guys think that this is actually something that is happening on accident and just is a coincidence because there's so many crashes going on right now? Comment down below.
Check this out.
What is doublespeak?
Doublespeak is language designed to evade responsibility, make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language that pretends to communicate but really doesn't. It is language designed to mislead while pretending not to.
Is it done consciously?
Oh, yes, very consciously. Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very sophisticated in the use of language and know that you can do an awful lot with language.
Who's the worst offender?
In sheer bulk?
Yes.
Sheer numbers of examples? The government. If we count government from the local level all the way up to the federal level, I had to stop writing the chapter on government doublespeak. It was going to take over the whole book. But interestingly enough, and this was a revelation in doing the book, about a half a step behind comes business with a tremendous amount of doublespeak.
You remember that Black Hawk that crashed into an American Airlines flight last night? We'll have the call sign PAT 25. PAT means Priority Air Transport. And that's only used for senior U.S. officials. They're saying there were no senior U.S. officials on board and it was only a training accident. That's the equivalent of saying an Abrams tank happens to go on the freeway and just kill 60 people because, oh, whoops, it was a training accident. We don't know how we got here. How do you not know that you just flew into a fucking airport, into a landing strip? How do you not know that? In a military helicopter with state-of-the-art technology, state-of-the-art radar, plus you got air traffic control. Guys, it's not one thing that had to go wrong here. It's either 50 things that went wrong or everything went right. And even Donald Trump is skeptical. He made a tweet about this. He's saying something doesn't add up. Very weird. Something seems wrong. Doesn't make sense. What do you think?
What is that sound?
As we're coming back to Los Angeles, we continue to have the fuel problem. But on the way below 10,000 feet or so, which is about 4 minutes before landing, our left engine decided to quit. But the right engine was great. We had a nice, eventful, nice, smooth landing. So I've been flying 35 years. This is my first engine failure.
Holy shit.
Very rare situation. 23,000.
His voice, though, was so calm. I don't know what happened. I think he was just shook at that point. But if that ever happened to me, or even if I had a dream like that, I would never get on another plane ever again. And after the things that have been going on for the past week, I might not.
Center of the crease of the wrist is the button for a broken heart. This point helps anything to do with disruption of the spirit. Massage both sides till you feel a physiological change and it will relax your heart.
Guys, I know we love truther and conspiracy videos, but I always like to throw in some gems in there that actually could help you in everyday life. And that was one of those videos.
Y'all, something is not adding up about this crash that happened in Washington, D.C. Y'all need to take a listen to what this eyewitness said.
Tonight, I was just with my girlfriend at the park, at Gravelly Point Park, right next to Reagan National Airport, and we were eating dinner, just as normal, taking in a nice view. And
watch what he say, y'all.
The planes started having irregular patterns, and they all kind of dispersed from their regular landing patterns. And then we looked up in the sky before that, and we saw these white flare.
What do you think when you saw these white flares?
We didn't think much of it. We thought they were like shooting stars. I don't know. I couldn't really explain it, but...
So y'all heard what he said, right? It looked like shooting stars. So now I asked myself, I'm seeing the picture of the plane that crashed, but I was looking everywhere for the helicopter. I have yet to see any pictures of the helicopter that crashed into this airplane. So if someone's seen it, tag me in it, send it to my inbox or anything. I'm telling y'all, I have not seen the picture yet. And then, like I said, even if it was a helicopter, how does it happen? Air traffic control should not have let that happen. It don't make sense.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense because we feel it in our heart and souls that something is off. But now that I think about it, when he said he saw almost like white shooting stars, the only other time that I ever seen something like that was the missiles in the Middle East. And that it was absolutely scary. So I pray to God nothing like that is coming over here. Help us support the channel by hitting the like button below and subscribing to the channel.
Breaking news, the FAA has just suspended the 2 helicopter routes that intersect the paths of landing planes at Reagan National Airport. Reagan has 3 runways, but only 2 are really used. The main north-south runways for like 737s and bigger planes, the 3x3s. It's about 7,200 feet long, but then runway 33 is for smaller regional aircraft. It's a little over 5,000 feet. Roughly a third of flights on Wednesday night were landing on runway 33. You can see that kind of takes planes on the east side of the Potomac when they curve left and cross the river. But that's also very close to one of the most common helicopter highways, routes 1 and 4, between the 14th Street Bridge and the Wilson Bridge. Reagan National is right here. Helicopters on those routes are not supposed to be above 200 feet, but we can see based on data, it's close to like 350 feet, so almost twice as high as its mandatory ceiling. Which obviously put the helicopter and the plane on a collision course. However, air traffic control had told the helicopter to wait until after the CRJ the airplane passed, and the helicopter said, yes, I have a visual of the airplane. So clearly it was looking at the wrong plane, most likely. So now helicopters traveling near there have been suspended. Here's a scene right now after American Airlines Flight 5342 from Wichita crashed with a military Black Hawk helicopter here in the nation's capital. As of midnight, there continues to be a massive response on both sides of the river. You can see there's a runway at Reagan, and then to the other side, Anacostia is also responding. This is the aircraft involved, a Bombardier CRJ 700. It had 64 passengers on board. It took off from Dwight D. Eisenhower Airport in Wichita, Kansas at 5:22 p.m. on Wednesday evening.
Patch 25, get the CRJ in flight. Patch 25, pass behind the CRJ. 17.
Tower, did you see that?
472. American 3130, go around, turn left end 250, climb maintain 3000.
Okay, left heading 350, 3000, American 3130. Make him heading for American 3130.
American 3130, go around, turn left end 270, climb maintain 3000.
Clarify what you want 478 to do. Are we going around or are we continuing?
0, climb maintain 3000.
American 472 is going around, we're going to climb maintain 3000.
Blackjack 3, do you have any kind of like searchlight or maybe anything on board that would help shed some light at the east end of the field? Lucy 5305, not sure if you're aware of what happened. If you want to go back to the gate, let me know. I don't know if we're going to be able to park here for the next few minutes.
Yeah, I've got no more details than what we told you, what we saw here, but we'll continue to hold short. We've shut down 1 inch.
Right. LA 32, if you want to shut them down or if you want to go back to the gate, let me know. I don't know if we're going to resume operations in the near future. It might be about 30 or 40 minutes.
All right, roger that. We'll wait for now, but we'll probably go ahead and shut one down too. So yeah.
Evangelical pastor says Jesus hasn't returned due to the lack of donations. He says, I honestly believe this. The reason why Jesus hasn't come is because people are not giving the way God told them to give. When you understand this, you can speed up the time. He continued to suggest that if people called the number at the bottom of the screen, God the Father would say,
Jesus, go get him.
Y'all have to see through it. And the people going to these churches got to see what's really going on out here.
Did you know that sleep paralysis, the creepiest thing ever, can actually be used as a way to go out of your body, to like astral project? I'm about to tell you how you can use something so scary to do something quite magical. If you get sleep paralysis a lot, you're probably like, why is this happening to me? It is actually so you can learn to go out of your body. You are gifted, not cursed. It's a gift and a curse. Kind of creepy, I know. So for those of you who live under a rock and don't know what sleep paralysis is, or who have never had it, you're so lucky. It has to do with waking up and feeling like you're suffocating, like something's on your chest. You can't speak. You try to get out of it by wiggling your toes and fingers. You might even see something demonic or a witch lady or shadow people. But there are places you can go and things you can read to learn how to go out of your body or astral project. And with this, an entire world opens up to you, like an actual entire world. So the first way is going to the Monroe Institute. Maybe you've heard of the Gateway Papers. The CIA studied them. They talked about how an out-of-body state can be projected beyond the time and space dimension. This was, I guess, the CIA like researching them and what their findings were that they released. Obviously, the Monroe Institute cannot guarantee that you'll have an out-of-body experience, but if you have sleep paralysis, it's a great start because that's the beginning of it. They also talked about other ways that you could start the out-of-body experience.
It is impossible.
Mr. Chin,
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you're not suggesting that we cut the services to our children
Yes, I am.
in order to save funding.
Yes, I am.
We will stop serving the needs of children with acute needs.
We will reduce the cost that we provide that, and we have to find ways of doing it. Unlimited growth, no matter how helpful it is, the state cannot afford it. I think what a lot of people...
Facts don't definitely save your life. People have disappeared after responding to job interview ads. Some criminals, including human traffickers, place fake job ads to lure desperate job seekers into secluded areas where they're abducted or worse. If you ever see a job ad, you always must research the company, the background, everything before attending the interview. Bring people with you or share your location in real time. Entire families have disappeared while on vacation. Hotels or rental properties have been used by organized criminal groups to lure tourists into traps, targeting them for ransom or worse. No matter how desperate you are for a place, always research accommodations carefully and thoroughly. Consider sharing your travel plans with trusted loved ones and check in regularly. A loud knock, especially in odd hours like in the middle of the night, can be a distraction. In some coordinated home invasions involving at least 2 people, one person will create a distraction by knocking on the door, and the others will sneak by to the side or the back of the house. Always know that in this scenario, the second they get into your house, your chances of survival drop significantly. Do not open any door, especially the front door. Check all entry points and make sure you're all secure. Stay quiet and do not turn on any lights. Turn off every single light before they break in. If you want to protect your home and yourself to the best of your ability, consider keeping a secondary lock on all doors. Stay safe.
I'm pretty sure that the story creeped me out less than the person telling it, because that person creeped me the hell out. I'm not going to lie to you.
We have news right now. The Defense Intelligence Agency has paused all special event programs and related events for Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Holocaust Remembrance Day, Pride Month, Women's History Month, Black History Month, and more, according to a new memo that many of you have actually sent to me and has been confirmed by ABC and NBC News. This is the memo which many of you sent to my email. As you can see, it has a pause on special emphasis programs and related activities, including Pride, Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Holocaust Days of Remembrance, Women's History Month, Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, Women's Equality Day, Juneteenth, National American Indian Heritage Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and more. This is a real memo. This is confirmed. This is happening. I did a full breakdown of this and more on my daily Substack, so be sure to check that out. It's top in the link tree in my bio. I will continue to provide you updates tonight and throughout the next 4 years. So as always, follow along for all the news you need to know about and spread the word.
They have made life already so bland and gray. It's like they don't want anyone to have anything to celebrate, to have any type of traditions, to have any originality. They just want it to be so bland, and I'm not with that.
The planets are not real, you guys. I understand exactly what they are right now, okay? Spirit keeps talking to me about everything. They keep talking about a damn gobstopper. And just now I was doing some research and I realized if you look at the planets, first of all, we're the third planet from the sun. We live in 3D. You think that's a coincidence? Because I don't. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. We live in the third dimension. We live in the third planet. There are 2 dimensions lower than us, right? It's going to be around intellect, the mind, communication, and then love, right? I think it's Mercury and then Venus. When I went to look at it, when I was actually looking at it, I noticed something. If you follow, the planets show you the path to enlightenment from the mind being the closest to the sun, right? All the way to rebirth if you include Pluto. You guys, it's not anything outside. It's everything inside. They've taught us to look at it backwards. It's not backwards. It's all inside. And because they've programmed us to see it a certain way, we have made that real. We have made that real. They have told us what to see, and so we have seen it. But that doesn't make it real just because we created it, right? It's all inside. Tell me what you think, because the path to enlightenment, and we're talking about alignment right now. We're talking about everything being alignment.
I agree 100%. Everything that they have taught us and instilled in us has had us relying on the outside, when really we should be getting to know and dissecting the inside and really getting in touch and ascending.
People are freaking out after realizing they definitely should not be doing this. This is actually crazy, and I don't know how people didn't know this, but it's mad interesting. So for some reason, many people thought that when you have a baby, it's basically all from the woman. Women are always told to make sure they're healthy, make sure they're not drinking and smoking while pregnant or before pregnancy because it might impact it. But it turns out a lot of that, 60% of it, comes from the man. There's been recent studies that have been done on sperm and the quality of it, and it's been linked to many miscarriages and deformities at birth. Even your stress and your lifestyle can impact the quality and therefore your baby before you have it. It's been shown that dads who have eaten badly or smoke or drink or have a poor lifestyle, the baby has a much higher chance of getting things such as obesity, diabetes, the list goes on. So it actually does matter that you as a father are in a good shape and a good environment before having a baby. It's not all down to the women, the men contribute a lot. And as I say, even things such as stress can impact this. So make sure you're in a good position before doing it.
And we know one of the victims was on that plane was a little girl who was here for treatment. She was returning home to Mexico after receiving treatment. for life-threatening illness, and apparently that treatment went well and she was returning home. And we are now hearing from the hospital where she was being treated. Shriners Children's has released a statement saying it's heartbroken to confirm that one of our pediatric patients and the child's mother were aboard that jet rescue air ambulance that crashed in Philadelphia this evening. The patient had received care from Shriners Children's Philadelphia and was being transported back to her home country in Mexico on a contracted air ambulance when the crash happened. Because of patient privacy concerns, we cannot say more about the patient and her family at this time. Our hearts and prayers go out to the families of the medical crew and pilots who were also lost in this tragic event, as well as all the people who were affected on the ground. And we are thankful to the first responders for their quick action. And that, again, is from Shriners Children's Hospital.
What happened with the Philly crash? What caused the crash? I still have no idea. If you guys could let me know, comment down below.
If you have one of these, chuck it away right now. So it seems like Apple are in a bit of trouble right now because of what has just happened. So I'm sure you know what this is. You might have one, you might even be wearing it right now. Now this is one of, if not Apple's most popular products, selling millions and millions of them every single year. You may remember at the end of 2023 when they started cancelling all the watches because they were emitting a certain type of radiation that was not good. They fixed it, everything came back, well, that is until now. But there has been new findings that has now suggested that Apple Watches directly cause cancer, which, yeah, brilliant. So Apple has now been accused of exposing their users to cancer. These are forever chemicals which are not good. And as you can see in these photos, some things that have happened to people who have been wearing them. Now don't worry, just because you have one, it doesn't mean you're gonna get it or anything like that, so please don't freak out. This is just a current thing that's happening right now. It might turn out to all not be true, but it's not looking too good at this stage, so we might be in for a nice little lawsuit. As always, I'll keep you updated.
Guys, it does not take a rocket scientist to understand that there is Wi-Fi and 5G going into your devices, whether it's a phone or an iWatch or whatever type of watch that has internet. You know that the Wi-Fi is all around you. It's coming to your phone somehow. So you know there's some type of wave and some type of frequency. Well, it's going into your body when you have these devices on you, and it literally like fries your cells or your bloodstream. I'm not sure what exactly it does, but it cannot be good for you. Come on now. We got to know that.
I think a bomb went off in the lobby first, then a plane hit the building. Then another plane hit the other building. But when I was coming through the doors on the other side of the Trade Center, either they blew the lobby up or something, because it blew the glass out of the doors and knocked us all down, and I got smoke and everything on me. I just feel a little shook up because I got blasted, so I'm just trying to, I want a drink of water. They don't have any water though.
Guys, that was it for the videos. I'm so glad that you could join me today. I'm always grateful to experience these videos with you. We have seen some amazing gems and also some crazy, creepy, and weird videos all together. If you are new here today, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. To help us grow and spread awareness, hit the like button and hit the notification bell down below so you could be one of the very first ones to get notified every time a video is released. I cannot wait for the next episode, you guys, but for now, be good, do right, everything is everything, and I will catch you on the next one.